Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page layout following along with this week's Oh Cherry on Top weekly sketch challenge. I included it right before I started the layout, and we are going to actually do this one in real time because I think this one is going to go together really quickly. So I've already gone through, picked my one photo, even though again it has four. Kind of the same concept as last week with the one photo, and then last week there were two circular photos. This week there is a landscape 5x7 with 3 photos underneath. But I was going through my papers, found this scrap piece of paper that I thought about using last week, and think this is going to work out perfectly. And then I found 3 tags instead of photos. So, I mean, if you look at this, it's just about together already. One thing last week that I was mad that I didn't do was actually kind of matte the pattern paper behind it. So that might be one thing that I do. But another thing I thought of after the fact was maybe cutting a little bit off of this and then matting it in a solid color. So with doing it real time, I will have to get up and go find that. But we will kind of get started and yeah, put this one together, because quite honestly, I can't imagine this one taking very long if I use these tags. So another thing I want, because the photo's pretty busy and the pattern paper is pretty busy, so I'm going to matte this in white, but I also want to matte it again, and I think I might do it in blue. And I just went through some scraps, so I might have the perfect color blue on the coffee table behind me. So I'm going to go get those scraps. And again, it called for a 5x7. I have a 4x6 photo. Alright, so here's a couple different color cardstock blues. Look at that. That one matches just about perfectly. So we are going to double matte this. This is Typhoon is the color blue. And I might, you know what, I might, no, because I was gonna do it a little bit larger because it is a 5x7, but because I have the tags, those are a little bit more taller, I guess, than the whatever size they had for the photos in the sketch. So because of that, I think I'm gonna keep this small, but I think it would have looked really good. I mean, I just got to trim these up, and look at, it's almost done. I just have to figure out what I want to do. If I want to kind of add a solid color behind the pattern paper or add a solid color around the white side of the paper. I'm trying to kind of look at my cardstock options. I thought a red would be nice. But I'm not sure. All right, there's one. I do haven't really used much of it. It's a lot chunkier than I thought, which the name is Chunky Twine, so I should have known. I might play with that and actually thread that through and bring some black in, and then kind of, oh, I've seen where people do that and like loop them, and I've always wanted to but have not, so that might be what we do on the bottom. So this might take a little bit longer than I thought, but that's all right. Ah, it's stuck. There we go. Okay. So let me find my hole punch. So I do want a journal, so a little bit, obviously we're on Dumbo. We did a girls trip, and actually when we did our family trip before this trip, we did not ride Dumbo, even though we had the kids. So, yeah, we made sure that we rode Dumbo because it's just kind of a nostalgic ride, you know? So we rode it as 3 grown adults. Nothing wrong with that. And I'm excited to say I have another trip planned with one of my scrappy friends. So that is going to be really fun. We met at She Loves Color, and obviously both love scrapbooking. And then obviously we both love Disney. So that's going to be really fun. And we're going to the Christmas parties. I went last year with my son on that trip, which you guys haven't seen much of. I have not scrapbooked that or much of that yet. But I will. They just are not really printed yet. So I think we're going to maybe tape these down first, or lightly tape them, so then we can kind of play with the twine. So that's taped down. I might as well take my photo down. I don't know if I actually don't know what size the pattern paper is. I'm guessing I gutted it, so it's about 10 by 10. Just about 10 by 10. So that does actually look like it is centered. Let's make sure it's straight. Whoops. Oh. Help if I have the right piece of paper. All right. So then we can add it. I don't know how you guys do this, but maybe add some tape. Then it's not as visible. All right, now we need some more in here. How is that looking? And I don't want to cut it and then cut it too short, but I do want them to be about the same. So we're going to cut it like that. Oh, I like it. I've been wanting to do it and not knowing how I wanted to do it. Let me trim that end off because I don't like how it's frayed. There we go. Which they might fray anyways. Okay. Now, really, we just have to decide on that cardstock option. I'm not seeing really any red. Yeah, no, that's more of a rust. Although it's not too bad. Maybe I'll cut a little bit off. I think I'm gonna do that. Cut a little bit off and then mat it. So let's trim the white piece. I think I found some white daisy left. I think that's what it was from Close to My Heart. I finally went into some of those collections and took out some of the cardstock, and oh my goodness, it's just so soft and amazing. I think that's what this one is. I wish they still had it. You know, It's not my favorite red, but we are going to gut it. So I think you guys, somebody had asked how I do this. So while I'm doing it, I will kind of explain. So first, for the white paper, I cut off 1 inch on each side of the white. So that is 1/2 inch, technically off of each of the 4 sides, but it's just a quicker way. 1 inch off 2 sides. Then I put this paper to gut it. I put it over 1 inch, the edge to 1 inch. I bring my blade down to 1 inch before I start cutting and take it down to 11 inches. So it's 1 inch in and 1 inch up. And then I do that on all 4 sides. So that is how I do that. And I just, not my favorite red, but if it's close enough, I'm going to gut it and then put it in my Disney stash. I could probably tape those down a little bit more. So let's get this down. And I honestly, hooray, I know the title was on the sketch, but that hooray tag might just be my title. I'm not sure I'm gonna embellish much more, you guys. I just don't know that I need it. So we are gonna try about a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch. This is not always straight, but I do my best. Sometimes I just don't even think the cut is always straight. All right, so we've got that. And we are gonna tape it down. I am loving the tags instead of the photos. Yep, I like this a lot. Might be one of my favorite Disney layouts here recently, and it was so fast. So part of the reason I did this real time is because 1, I knew it was going to be fast, and 2, I was too lazy to go in and get my iPad. But now I'm looking at this thinking, oh, I wish I had the sketch in front of me. But, oh, I don't. So let's see if there's anything else. I might do this only so I can get rid of it. But I wonder if I could do it under my photo a little bit. And just add to it. Because look at how almost empty this is. I want to finish it. So the magic starts here. Sorry for the motorcycles. I don't know that I love this, but so we're gonna leave that. I don't think I love the ribbon at all. And you guys, I don't know what collection these all are. Okay, the tags are Say Cheese Magic. I'm not sure if they're still available or not. And then I don't know the plaid paper, so I apologize, but I'm not sure what collection it's from. So we're gonna do that. I like it, like it, like it. Anything else, or do I just leave it kind of plain? I got these at the Great Lakes Mega Meet, and I did not have these yet, if you can believe that. So I was excited to get these. I don't think there's Dumbo, but you want to know something? This is my Disney box from Scrap and Happy Studio. I think, yes, there is one that says Rides. So maybe we will do a small one. I can't really layer it much, but maybe, oh, that yay goes the same way. Let's see. Oh, I get to use some of these when we went in November as well. We did the Christmas party then. So here's another fun Rides. I kind of like this one better, and guess what, you guys? It's the last one. So this is actually a whole box of flares. Obviously, I've added to it, but there's Scrap and Happy Studio has a whole box of flares. Just Disney flares, I should say. We might do that. So my sister and I and my mom in the background, if you're wondering the photo there. I want like a ticket. And they have some right here. Blast off. Not really a merry-go-round, but we'll just use that. And then I'll do a ticket. I'm gonna add my own foam tape. Because these ones, these mini canvas flares are a little concave. So you kind of do need to add foam tape to that. All right, so we've got this and just a small one, and then that at the top. We're gonna say hooray is my title. What else? I just need some finishing pieces. So let me see if I can find hearts or stars, or we don't really have either hearts or stars, so that helps. There's one heart. I thought I had a set of the, I think it's the Teen Vibe. Oh, look, I found a piece. Say Cheese at the Park was the plaid paper. I thought I had a set of the Teen Vibe Carson epoxy stars in my Disney stuff. Oh, look it. I didn't have those either, and I think I got those at the Great Lakes Mega Meet as well. Can you believe there was Disney stuff I did not have yet? I couldn't believe it. And actually, I might use the Brads instead. I finished a whole one of these already once. So at the Great Lakes Mega Meet, I bought another one. So we're going to add one there. And maybe a camera, a red camera. And then maybe we'll just do a small epoxy, or enamel dot, I mean. So I guess we are adding a little bit to this. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I'm kind of liking the real-time video because editing it is one of my least favorite things to do. So if I know they're gonna be quick, you might get some real-time videos, because I, at the moment, have quite a few videos that I have recorded but haven't edited and got up because, well, one, in the summer my kids are home, so that makes it a little bit more difficult, but two, it's not my favorite thing to do. But I think, you guys, we are going to call it good. So again, instead of a 5x7 photo, we have a 4x6 photo, and instead of 3 photos down here, we have 3 tags. So we got to use tags. I left myself a journaling spot, used scrap pieces of paper, some twine that I have had and haven't used, flare from Scrap and Happy Studio, and then a chipboard piece in which we've almost used that entire sheet of chipboard. So again, this is the Cherry on Top Weekly Sketch Challenge. I showed 2 weeks ago in my Cherry on Top layout, or my video, how to upload it. So if you didn't catch that, make sure that if you're interested, go back 2 weeks from today, and I explained in the beginning of the video how to upload that. So I hope you guys found this helpful and enjoyed this real-time layout, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.